Hey guys, and welcome back to Imperator Rome. We're playing as Rome. We're playing on very hard. We're playing to get some achievements, primarily to conquer the Mediterranean. Right now we're actually getting our first foothold in Greece, fighting some minor Greek states here. We saw an opportunity and just pounced on it. Unfortunately, our manpower is looking pretty bad right now, but could probably handle it. And we are integrating our subjects up here. I want to take some first. That's fine. We can have some grain. Actually, let's actually export that grain because it gives us. Because we imported that fish, we're fine right now. If we do start losing food in Latium, we're gonna have to Latium. We're gonna have to remove that export. Anyway, for now we are sieging down. This is also something we need to start with, and I can actually start with that if I wanted to, which I do. So it looks like my ally is going to take that siege, which is perfect. I'm just hiding up here because that's the only province he can stand without suffering attrition. He could come down here. So another integrated subject, gonna remove my regressive expansion, which is quite high already. Which also actually means that I should kind of want to pause that integration of these guys because they are actually doing the sieging here. Come on, go up here. So, come on. And I can't split this stack because everyone is loyal to this guy. So, that's unfortunate. But yeah. Some have battle stepping down here. They're retreating into me. That's a 9,000 stack. They don't have full morale, but they have the mountain advantage here, which is unfortunate for me. So I think I will win that anyway, actually, but we'll see. Actually, will these guys come in as well and be a problem? You're locked in here, and I can't reinforce with these guys because they are. I did win that, and now the reinforcements are coming, but I did beat them as well. So that siege is won right now. That's awesome. It means we can piece them out by taking all of their shit. I'm gonna kill them all. So you can stand. You can stand where you're standing. That's fine. Gonna occupy that province, I believe, because we have a fort here. Yeah, we are. There we go. So we need the governor of Magna Graecia, or sorry, Greece. Gaius Valerius. He's scorned, but we have another Volumnius Valerius Corvus. Gonna give it to him. I think he's gonna be happy when we give him the land. He's gonna be unscorned or something like that. Yeah, he's not scored, and he's part of the same faction as the ruler, which won't last forever, but it's good for now. He's quite corrupt though. Plea for asylum. He's the Basileus. He's the king of one of these guys, the ones we're fighting. So wait. Lautus, he's the. So he's actually the brother, huh? So he's the king of. He's the brother of the king. So I can have him join my court here, or my senate. I will do it just because it's fun. And he gets foreign royalty, foreign citizen. We can grant him citizenship, and he can hold office and all that. So he's the brother of the guy we're fighting now. We are integrating these people. Actually, 45 spread of ISIS. I want ISIS in my capital because it gives minus unrest. Do we actually need that in the capital though? Well, it's 5% stability, so we're gonna take it. Who cares? Doesn't matter that much. So it looks like Macedon is moving around here in their territories. So these guys are probably gonna come in here and I'm gonna have to smash them while my ally are sieging that down. So where are they going? So that siege is done. Means we can piece them out. No. So they're actually going up to take the fight, but they should be fine without my intervention here, I believe. I think so, yeah. Start move some of these troops home. So the capital of Campania gains unrest for 10 years. It's this one. As the largest city in the province of Campania, New Syria plays an essential role in controlling the area by introducing their population to Roman culture and assimilating some of them with our own ways. We would turn them to our cause and make sure the province will stay loyal as we continue expansion further. So the population can become Roman. Yeah, sure. It's awesome. Perfect. So that being said, we just kill them all. Loyalty goes one way. So I want that siege to be done, and we should be done with this war. Wine from Campania, that's sure. So we're cleaning up the boot pretty nicely here. Our name is big and thick. Thick and wide. Aggressive expansion impact, sure. Going to build another... kind of want to increase my fraction of citizens here, so I'm gonna build another library actually. Gonna do some building here as well. Library and academy, sure. Where can you actually stand? Control U. It's an awkward positioning of that keybind. You can stand here. You'll do that. Meanwhile, you can pick these guys up. Sorry, that siege is done, so that war is over. I will snack on these provinces. There we go. Getting foothold into Greece. Perfect. Do need our manpower to recover a tiny bit, then we will... we do need a governor up here as well. Illyria Graeca, or whatever it's called. Illyria Graeca. So his brother, or Gaius Junius. They're so young, these people, huh? If governor, local citizen output. Slave happiness, if governor. If governor, so he's decent stats. Like if he's governor, the local citizens, that's only their output, it's not their happiness. So I'm gonna give it to Gaius, even though his finesse is slightly lower. I think he's gonna do a fine job. So you can go down there while our ships are gonna come pick you up here. So that's good. For now we're gonna focus on Italy a little bit, cleaning up this fort situation. So the Macedonian threat, of course. Our landfall in Greece has raised the eyebrows of many of the kingdoms and successor splintered from the ruination of Alexander's great empire, the region of Macedon, populated by the proud ancestors of Philippos and Alexander, poses a significant threat to Rome and to the liberty of the numerous city-states in our shared sphere of influence. The gods themselves augur well for our continued involvement in Macedonia. We must put an end to any interference in our expansion. So we're gonna have a little bit of a history lesson right now. So the reason, or the how Rome actually conquered Greece, Macedon, and to some extent Italy, is that well, not Italy, but they had the same policy in Italy as they have in Greece. So what they actually did conquering Greece, they more or less did a guaranteed the peace in Greece. Like Athens, you're fine, you're guaranteed, no one is gonna attack you. If they do, we'll defend you. So they more or less did that for everyone. Like they said, no one is going to fight in Greece. Rome itself is not going to get involved. So Rome didn't have any provinces or anything, any land gains here. Then Macedon started attacking south, trying to get hegemony over the Greek region. Rome said no, and then landed troops, defeated Macedon, and then left once again and said everyone in Greece is fine, no one can fight, it's going to be peace in the region, these city-states are going to be city-states and no one's going to be attacking anyone. And then once again Macedon decides, okay, but that sounds all good, but we're still going to go south and try to kick some Greeks' ass. And Rome again comes and destroys Macedon and says, okay, again, everyone is going to be free and no one is going to attack anyone. So that went on for I think 3 times. And then when one of the foreign dignitaries, I believe they were in Argos, they threw roof tiles on the Roman officials because the Greeks themselves kind of resented Rome's strong hold over Greece, even though they didn't have any provinces or anything. They were still sort of like in the good old days. Argos would have fought Sparta would have fought Athens, Megara was the pin in all of it, so everyone loved fighting each other. When Rome said no fighting, they kind of resented their freedom taken away to some extent, so they threw some roof tiles on the Roman officials, and Rome said okay, fuck you, and we pretty much just took over control eventually. But they did give Greece quite a few opportunities to be peaceful or continue their to be independent. So anyway, this guy is creating more troops. His troop is quite big right now. It's too big actually. So and when the Emperor Nero actually won, he competed in the Olympic Games, right? And he loved everything Greek. He was a Greek Philhellenes, they called it. He he actually declared that the Greek region didn't have to pay any tax to Rome during the empire. So these people didn't have to pay tax for a couple of years. I mean, he died shortly after. Nero traveled to... When he actually came back from Greece, he didn't survive for very much longer. There was a revolt in Judea, Palestine. Galba in Tarraconensis revolted. I think there was some revolt here in Gaul as well. Galba in Lusitania declared for... Otho was here in Lusitania, and he declared for Galba. Galba went and became the emperor, and he said, no, the Greeks gonna have to pay tax once again. Of course they are. Everyone's gonna pay tax. That's more or less what happened. So we're integrating this guy here. He's 35. He's fine. Some marble. So when he's integrated, I'm gonna have a look at my fort situation here. So the populist leader died. Tribune of the plebs. You're fine. So these guys are actually gaining loyalty, so everything is good there. He wants some olives from Epirus. Okay. And I'm gonna have to figure out my research rating here as well, because it's plummeting right now. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Gonna take that aggressive expansion DK, so it decays quicker. Oh, I accidentally clicked that away. Actually, so what do we get? We have out better olives here. We get national slave happiness. Should probably take that. What are we importing? We're importing wine. We can cancel that. And then we can take some olives actually. We're gonna have to cancel one of our trade routes with olives, which is okay. From Tarentum, Epirus, we'll take Epirot olives. It's fine. We're still exporting olives, so national slave happiness, that's all good. Perfect. So there you go. You get the bonus from that as well. So they're landing there, then you're gonna go pick these people up. So these guys have recruited quite a lot of people here. Everyone is not loyal. I'm gonna split them off because his troop is getting too big. Not necessarily I don't mind him having them, but it's more he's getting too much attrition. You can go to Vei, and you have 16,000. I think that's 14,000 right down here. Downhill. So if we split that, so you can get 2 troops, and then you're gonna get 3 troops. So looks like Carthage is added again, fighting the Italian state of Siculia here. I believe Syracuse is allied with them. They are. What about Brutia? Yeah, they're also fighting Carthage, which actually presents an unique opportunity for us to actually go smash them. Smash them and take the rest of Italy. We are integrating our last subject here. It's fine. We're considering taking that, and we are. Our aggressive expansion is going down quickly now. 24, 23 per month. We're getting reinforcements. You can land in. You can land down here in Naples. So let's take a look at the fort situation here. The north is fine. No one is gonna get in here. That's on plains, I do believe. we have any hills down here? I know that's a hill. That wouldn't be the worst. If we put a fort here, and then a fort here, that's also on a hill. Actually, what's the short command for that? There we go. So if we put a fort here, kind of want one inland here as well, because this put one. Let's put one here. Let's plonk one down here. I don't have enough money for more. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do that. There we go. And then we put one here later on. And then we have one on the fort. This one is blocking access here, and that one is blocking access here, so no one can cross here. I'll take in the fort, so that's fine. I was considering moving this fort up here, so to control the coasts here. And will block anyone from gaining, because if they were to land here, they can walk in here and actually get to Rome. If you plonk it down up one spot here, it's going to block this pass and that pass. Not, however, it wouldn't actually, well, actually this fort is still here, but yeah, I'm considering removing that because on farmland. But if we put one fort here, that will block both of these passes. And then we could remove this, because that's not doing much for us right now. So no one can come through here. I'm gonna have to remove some of his forts here. That's, we're gonna keep either that or that. So we did realize this fort is actually quite good. Oh, well, I mean, it's it gets a nice chain here of forts, all on hills. So over here though, we need so many forts in this area. This is hills, this is farmlands. You get instantly removed. Pompeii, you need a fort. I don't believe you do, but would want one here though, in Nula, instead of in the capital province. Actually, Capua is the province capital, but this is the biggest city. Rock of Ages, the end of game, Rome gains. Ramshackle, oh actually that's, okay, nice. So that's what happened. So remember that event we got to get a hold on this territory? Was like a comet or something, the wrath of the Jupiter. So it seems that we actually, when we integrated our subject, we got our hands on that subject, or that province. So in a ramshackle farm on the outskirts of Treventum, a great depression in the ground marks the serene landscape. Mars the serene landscapes. In the midst of this crater, a great immovable rock lies dormant. It's unlike any our advisors have seen, and a scribe mentions a near forgotten prophecy of a message sent to our people by Jupiter himself. Within days, multitudes of people have flocked to see the unnatural edifice, many of them in fervent prayer. Truly it seems that the prophecy was true, that Rome has been chosen by Jupiter to fulfill his bidding. So we got a new nice rock. So Rock of Ages, we get morale of armies, state, religion, happiness, and everyone is gonna be nice. It's gonna be good. We have that beautiful rock. And yeah, we're gonna put them to the sword. There we go. So we've been playing for 14 years, right? And we've pretty much unified Italy. Or I mean, at least outside these barbarian territories up here. With some of the boot left. We have a foothold in Italy. Or, sorry, in Greece. So Macedon we're eyeing up at this point, but currently being protected by Egypt. Seleucid Empire I'm not necessarily that worried about. If he stops being guaranteed by Egypt, I'm going in immediately. Otherwise, Seleucid Empire is not gonna... They're not gonna pose a threat to me if I declare war on Macedon. Egypt do have a substantial navy and a couple of troops, so they could pose some threat. They are, however, embroiled in a war against Phrygia. Once again, it's for Philistria down here. Down here. And it actually looks like... it seems like... that's occupied by Phrygia, so maybe they will get it. We'll see. Byzantium is being... Byzantium, he... looks like somebody's fighting Paphlagonia. He's... Paphlagonia... Heraclea Pontica is actually declaring war on Paphlagonia to take the coastline here. Paphlagonia is not... don't have any allies. They seems to broken their ally with Pontus, so... and they're at war with Paphlagonia, Sinope and Bithynia. So maybe Heraclea Pontica is gonna be able to grow a bit here. There is an achievement for Heraclea Pontica to restore the Persian Empire, right? Which is something I'm willing to do at some point. Is that very hard? I don't know. I think so. Anyway, the thing is, I don't want to play in this region when we just did our Byzantium campaign. So we're doing Rome on very hard. I have never played as one of the tribes. That doesn't necessarily I don't necessarily fancy that, but I could try it or do a Carthage play or something. I've been eyeing up Sicily for a while. Looks like a fun region to play in. Syracuse or Siculia, fight Carthage, get naval dominance and all that, but probably gonna hold off until the expansion comes, which is going to expand that region. Apparently, with a lot of interesting new dynamic events, I presume, pertaining to the Punic Wars. So, our armies should be drilling, I believe. Yeah, let's have them drill, because why not? So let's check this fort situation down here. That's on plains, you get removed. You're on a hill, you're on a hill. You're on plains, so... Yeah, you get removed on the plains here. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Let's see here. So, this is on a hill. Corneliani is on a hill. I do believe it is. But that's on a hill as well, and that's... No, actually I don't need this one, do I? Because this province gives its sphere of influence here, this one sphere of influence here, so I don't need this one. So, yeah, that looks fine. Yeah. Yeah. So, this, I kind of want to move. That's plains, actually. I would have thought that was hills or something, but no. So, let's check the situation here. We're building a fort here, which is gonna extend its influence in this area. It's overlapping with these ones. And we were considering building one here as well, but we're gonna hold off on that because this is gonna influence this area. We have Rome already, but I kind of wanna keep people away from Rome if I all can. Like, if they want to siege something, they have to siege something and then get to Rome, not get to Rome immediately unless they land in Ostia or something. So I kind of want a defensive fort here, maybe. Down here it looks a bit crowded with forts as well. So I'm gonna take a look at the terrain here. It's primarily farmlands here. That's a forest down here. So I'm gonna keep that because that keeps a hold of all of these land right there. I'm gonna remove that. Maybe move that fort because that's this extends here. And this I don't want this on farmlands. I could put a fortress here, like delete one of these two. Put a fortress in the forest. Should I keep one in the bottom here? So I can influence this young lad to become... Look at him. He's beautiful. He has a mouth, as you can see. So we shouldn't interfere. Let him be militarily if we want. I'm not going to put him in command because he's pretty shit. We do have a claim on this poor lad down here as well. So we're probably going to take him out in the next episode. We're going to take him out, and we're going to take out most of the rest of Italy here probably. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.